stupid, but that's the new TNN version of the Monster Jam.
Well, the man they're all shooting for is Tom Mintz, and Tom Mintz knows it.
Talk is cheap. You know, we got a lot of cheap talkers. It's time that people start really, you know, putting the talk aside and walking the walk.
On this week's Gravedigger Minute, what about the name Gravedigger?
I had this guy, a family that I worked for, really wealthy family, had all these big shiny John Deere tractors, and so I started messing with some junk, putting some mess together, the first old Gravedigger, and I was working at the granary one morning. He'd come in, and we'd been out all night long. He got to sleep in, I didn't. I was down there working with everybody, and I was a little irritated, and he come in smart-mouthing, you know, about my junk. And he goes, "You gonna get that junk ready so we can go mud bogging Sunday?" And I said, "Buddy Ross, I'll take that junk." And I said, "I'll dig you a damn grave." And everybody goes like, "Woo, old grave digger, boy, he's gonna crawl up on him," and all this stuff. I went home, took a spray bomb. That was the first night that I'd done it. I took masking tape, and I put grave digger on the side, and I just put a big black dot, and the truck was primer anyway. It's like, there it is, that's the grave digger. We're gonna be throwing down here on Sunday, and it's gonna be me and Gary Todd. And I went out there, and I wore his butt out. Everybody called me grave digger from that day on, from that weekend on.
More freestyle now. The Ford Blue Thunder. Built Ford top Blue Thunder of Lyle Hancock.
I know Lyle really appreciates it. So does everybody really on the circuit, whether you're on his team or not, appreciates corporate America and the folks at Ford stepping up, really getting behind this team. And I'll tell you, it's got a lot of folks taking notice the way Ford is supporting these trucks right now. And this is kind of their star, Blue Thunder. Let's see what Lyle's got for him. Oh, no.
He doesn't have much. He's got a tire problem.
This track is just eating tires for lunch. I'll tell you, it is tough.
It is our second tire problem here in freestyle, and it's that right rear. He's going to try to do something anyway. It's not going to work.
Yeah. What a tough break for Lyle and Blue Thunder.
Well, no way he's going to get any kind of score out of this in a tough break, because he really, in talking to him before the event, had such high hopes that he had a shot to win this here.
You see the scores are low.
Yeah, 2 a 3 and a 2, 7 points for Blue Thunder and Lyle Hancock. Well, Dennis Anderson, he is the man in freestyle. Wants to win a title in his 20th season. Can he do it? He thinks so.
I'm due for a win. You know, it's like I've won one championship in my whole career. It'd be nothing sweeter than to pull it off on my 20th anniversary. Probably motivate me when I drive for another 10 years as long as my back would hold up.
Well, Gravedigger ready to go now in freestyle, and Dennis Anderson always puts on a show out of Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina.
Well, you can see he just comes out of the gate with raw power, Mike, and he wants this one bad. He felt that he was just robbed in a way last week, even though, you know, was no one's fault to the tire going in.
You're riding with him on the gravedigger.com cam. Ho-ho! Gets some nice air early, but he's got more.
Oh, he's
he lost the tire as well.
Oh, no.
That's the third one tonight.
But he's not stopping, Mike. He is not stopping. He knows the tire's blown. This is what separates Dennis from everybody else.
And remember, it was a blown tire that kept him from winning the title in a head-to-head competition. Will it stop him here?
Nope.
And again, he needs to run until that time expires. This crowd loves it. Dennis Anderson flips it over. Looks like he's okay.
On their feet in Minneapolis, and this is vintage Gravedigger and Dennis Anderson. The run was strong throughout. The only thing you can take away from him is this rollover comes at about the 70-second mark. He had about 20 seconds left on the clock. And there you see it.
That's a pretty high score. 27. He's our new leader. Dennis Anderson, you can see he's okay. Dan's just caught up with him. Dan, go ahead.
All right, Dennis. One tire failed you in the racing. 2 tires fail you here.
But in freestyle, it doesn't matter, does it, buddy?
No, it sure don't. I don't know what happened. I know the tail end got loose on it. And I knew it had to be one of those tires. That tire has aggravated the heck out of me since last season. So I probably just killed the tire, but you know what? I turn these fans on and I enjoy doing that. As long as I'm capable of driving, it'll always be that way.
One more time on your feet for Dennis Anderson and the Grave Digger!
Okay, Dan, I'll sit down now and we'll look through the freestyle points.
Well, Gravedigger's got the lead, but remember, Team Mint still to come, and there's room at the top. Little Tiger, impressive. Jeff Patterson sits second. Dawn Cretan, solid. She's going to have a great finish here no matter what. Third right now. Wolverine, Randy Brown, we saw him committed fourth, tied with Gunslinger, and then High Roller with a 15. He'll sit sixth, and Raging Steel. Steve Reynolds had 14 points. Bounty Hunter Jimmy Cretan definitely had a disappointing run, and of course nobody more disappointed than Lyle Hancock in that Built Ford Tough Blue Thunder.
Tom Mintz won head-to-head. Can he win freestyle? Well, that might not sit well with some of the drivers here tonight.
He takes that win like, yeah, it was no big deal. I win all the time. Well, it's not going to be that way this year.
Back on Monster Jam, it's freestyle tonight.
You got to go online. Check out USHRA.com for all the hot merchandise. Find out where the events are coming. You can register to win that Super Duty Ford pickup truck, and it'll get you to Gravedigger.com, and you can register to win that Gravedigger block party. Get the digger at your house.
Now our Built Ford Tough collision decision, our play of the night, if you will. Dennis Anderson's rollover from freestyle. And our jammer question tonight. Only one other driver besides Gravedigger scored higher than 20 so far. Who was it? And what was his score? Log on to USHRA.com with your answer. Tom Mintz still to come. Can he top Gravedigger's moves in freestyle? Well, the championship is on the line. Tom Mintz, the defending world champion. He won last week. Can he do it tonight? Let's hear what his plans are as he gets ready for freestyle.
I come into Las Vegas, I brought my A game, and I put my A game out there. And my A game was definitely good enough. Definitely believe my A game is better than anybody else's talk.
All right, Tom Mintz is laying it out there. This is going to be an interesting season. He keeps this up, Scott.
Absolutely. Well, everybody's against him. He's like, me against everybody, and that's the way it should be. I mean, he's the defending world champion. He's won the last 2 world championships in racing. This guy, he's the one they all want to beat.
USHRA.com, Cam, you're on board with Team Mintz. Some nice air there. He's got to beat a 27 up on 2 wheels.
Technically, that should cost him though a point because he had to go into reverse.
Almost ran into some of that safety protection there and looking strong. And the question is it strong enough to beat Gravedigger tonight?
27 is the score to beat, and again, that reverse should have cost him a little bit, so there's really not much more room for error for Tom Mintz. As you're on board with him, you can see. Well, I'll tell you, see where that truck goes. It's just turning, and what do I hit next? What do I hit next? There it is. Over the pyramid with the van in it. Coming the other way.
Boy, something's broken.
Tie rod's hanging off of it. Upside down with Tom Mintz.
You saw Tom's view, and you wonder, will that be counted down against him? Has he got enough to beat Dennis Anderson?
I don't think so. I don't think so. It was a strong run. I mean, the world champion was out there giving it all he's got, but he didn't use the full time. And again, when he went out, there was too much left for him to do.
He doesn't do it. Dennis Anderson has won. Dance with Tom.
Broken rear axle early on in the run. It didn't seem to hinder you at all.
I tell you, it's kind of wild driving out there when the rear wheels go wherever they want to. But, you know, you come this far, you got a great country here, and people give you an opportunity and you make the most of it. That's what America's all about. I tell you what, the best thing about it is the fans. And as you can see from the start of 2002 season, the harder the fans drive us, the wilder we're gonna get, so stay tuned.
One more time for Team Mintz. Way to go, Tommy.
Well, it wasn't good enough to beat Dennis Anderson. Boy, he starts this season off strong.
That's exactly what he wanted to do, was get the win, make up for last week, and take the points lead right off the get-go. And you can see he's got the edge over Team Mintz. Little Tiger going to surprise some people. He sits third after this first event in freestyle for the 2002 campaign. Then Scarlet Bandit, Wolverine, and Gunslinger in the tie for fifth.
Well, Dennis Anderson has now made his way over to Dan Moriarty. Let's check in with tonight's champion.
This win tonight was important to you to dedicate to a fan. Tell me about that.
I'd like to dedicate this race to all the folks, and especially Nancy Bankston in Oneida, Tennessee at Creative Glass. She's a sweetheart, and this race is in memory of her. We lost her on Thanksgiving morning. A tragic scene. Don't want to go into any details, but my heart is out to all you guys and girls and folks that knew her at Oneida, Tennessee.
All right, we've had a great time here tonight. Dennis Anderson, our freestyle winner. But you know what? Every Monster Jam event we go to, this same excitement plays over and over.
Yeah, and you're saying going to be some great places and events and stadiums and domes and, you know, some places we haven't been for a while, like going back down to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa is going to be an exciting run. But it's going to be just a fun season all year long here on TNN.
Remember, the average price is about $15. It's a great family value, and it's a thing you can take the whole family to and have a lot of fun and get to meet these guys who drive these big trucks right up close at the pit parties before the whole thing gets started. It's an awesome time and a lot of fun. Hope to see you at one of our Monster Jam events real soon. Let's take a look at our storyline, Scott.
Well, Dennis Anderson and the Grave Digger down, but on top with 27. That was enough points to win it.
And Tom Mintz, minus an axle, finishes second with 23 points.
Maybe the most impressive newcomer of the night, Jeff Patterson, Little Tiger, third place tonight. Great start for Jeff.
Well, we've had a great time tonight, so has this crowd of some 40,000 here at the Metrodome. For Scott Douglas, I'm Mike Hogwood. See you at the next Monster Jam. For now, we'll throw it back down to our good friend Dan Moriarty. Dan?
This is what things look like after freestyle. A lot of carnage, a lot of fun. You know, last year in Minneapolis, we had rollovers. This year, flat tires. What can I say? The drivers leave it all out there for the fans. But this year, yeah, a couple new guys made a name for themselves here. Jeff Patterson and Little Tiger, great freestyle. And then you had, well, Randy Brown filling in Wolverine, the hometown truck from Brian Bartle, did a fantastic job, appointed himself rather well. But at the end, what did I tell you last week? Keep an eye on the man himself, Gravedigger. Really, he invented freestyle. He is what freestyle is all about. Look, we're up in the dictionary. His picture's next to it. He came out here last week, lost a tire, cost him the race. This week, loses 2 tires. What happens? It gives him the freestyle title tonight in Minneapolis. That's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. We will all see you next week from Houston for some more racing. Take care. It is time for the Jam.